Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much. We do appreciate it. It is going to be another great day, another great show, and of course, heavy hearts today for everyone out there in the community. Of course, if you just learned like I did, unfortunately, for the passing of Park Commando 1983, better known to many people as Mark. And let's get the last name right here. Ruggiero? Ruggiero? Okay. So, yeah, unfortunately, we had him on a couple months ago as a special guest, and we had a great time talking with him, and it was a great memory and something we'll cherish, and it's always a tough situation to go through, so it's just tough. That's all I got to say. Ruff, you got anything to say about it?
Just to say, I hope his wife's doing well, because I believe she's suffering the same thing. And our thoughts and prayers go to Mark's family. So, yeah. But exactly. What a man! What a man!
Yeah. Now there's the war gamer through and through. Yeah. I'll tell you. It was none of this wasting time playing games that are not war games.
Yes.
It was very much a privilege to speak with him.
Yeah. A knowledgeable chap. Of course, they've been doing it all their lives. The knowledge they've got. So he'd be sorely missed. So
yeah, for sure. The thing about him, and I will always remember this, is his enthusiasm. I mean, when I talk about wargaming, and we talk about wargaming, we talk about it as a hobby. He talked about it like it was his lifeline. It was his desire to show everyone about wargaming and play every single minute with it. So,
well, you could feel it in his videos that he put out.
For sure. Anyways, everyone, welcome to the War Room Show. We had a great show last week. We gave away some games. We had a lot of people here and got to meet a lot of you guys and talk with you, and Tony was back, so that was kind of fun, a little bit fun.
Yeah, I've shocked a couple. The two I gave away, they're boxed up, and I'll be if you're in the chat, I'll be contacting you next week anyway to get them. Was the amount of shipping? It's like the guy in Germany. It's 40 euros to send it there.
Yeah,
and it's like, what? And the other one to Canada.
Oh,
that was like 95 Canadian dollars. It's about 50 quid. It was
no Commonwealth discount.
No, obviously not. But he did say he's going to visit a friend in the UK in the summer. Could I send it there? So that's going to cost him 9 quid. So yeah.
Oh, much better. I still have Thomas's game here. I was actually hoping to see the winner that got the Red Dust Rebellion game. Actually posted a comment asking how to get in contact with me. Yep. And I replied back and gave him my email address, but I never heard from him. So I'm hoping he will come to the show today and we can all tell him, hey, email me and I can ship this out to you.
Yeah. So apologies for the shipping. It has nothing to do with me. So,
Yes, you set the shipping prices, right?
Good grief. I'm in the wrong business.
Right. So, everybody having a good week. Hopefully, I know, kind of a bummer news today, but I just got a new package in. Right here.
No, I'm not Ken Sharp.
Holy cow!
Oh, what you got there?
Look at that!
But my living room, where I am here now, is starting to look like yours, with all those games on the right-hand side of your here.
It's been forever since we have ever been able to see a live unboxing. Are you going to? You remember those days?
Oh yeah. Do you want to see an unboxing?
Of course.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, you got. Come on. Don't keep us
All
in
right,
suspenders.
all right. We'll do a quickie.
Yeah, they're all shouting in there. Open it.
The reason I'm doing this quickie is because it's from Herman.
Yeah, Herman said it. He says he thinks that you will enjoy what's in there.
So
What the
it's
heck
from
is this
Herman.
menu? It's huge.
It's a few
It cost
bricks
me
in
like
there, right?
$500. It cost me more dinners, taking them out to dinner.
I know what it is. It's a war game box, but inside is just a brick and a bunch of sand. There's actually nothing in there.
Oh, it's done
That's fancy.
professionally.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
There we go, boys.
Freedom 5.
Freedom 5.
What
that
is
like the
Freedom
Enid Blyton
5?
Dun, dun,
Famous 5.
dun. Look at that,
They're
huh?
so famous, I haven't even heard of them.
Neither have I.
It is it's the guys but from the same universe as Sentinels of the Multiverse. So if you're not familiar with that game, you probably don't know, but it's superheroes.
Yeah, well,
basically, and you're sending them on missions to try and defeat the villain and trying to complete. It's kind of pandemic like, where you have henchmen on the board and they got to run around and knock out the henchmen and do all their special things. So, I love my number one game of all time was Sentinels of the Multiverse. I love that universe. I love the guys. They've also done Spirit Island, which I'm sure you guys have heard of Spirit Island. So, we'll do an official tear the shrink next time. But thanks to Herman, he ordered it, and he decided he didn't want it, and so he charged me like double the price for it, and then sent it to me. So
he did a Todd on you, didn't he?
I was
he
thinking
did
that.
a wardrobe on me.
He did a Todd, yeah.
You've been wardrobe. You know, we've been blued, and now we've been wardrobed. So,
Oh, let's go.
All I did this week was do an unboxing, and once I started recording it and editing, it took me most of the week to edit it because it ended up at 40 minutes long for an unboxing, and that's the as we said in the green room, the Stalker, the board game.
Wow.
What I mean, cracky! What a lot of stuff. It really looks good, I must admit. Is it
Man.
a war game?
was that a Kickstarter one?
Yeah, Game Found. Yeah,
Yeah. What are the So
but it's Awakened Realms, so you know you're going to get a cat because I think Awakened Realms has something to do with Game Found, so that's why I backed it. And Nemesis as well, I backed because that's Awakened Realms. Crazy. There's a solo thing you can do. There's also, instead of doing the campaign, it's a sort of legacy thing. So when you visit these places on a map, you stick a sticker or cross them out or whatever. But there's they send you 3 replacement maps in it, so you can play it over and over. And I've got a refill pack of another 3, so it's going to keep me busy. But yeah,
you don't have any games to play, Ruff, do you?
No, I know, but it's like, oh dear. And I tell you what is going to be is shipping now is Eon's End.
Yeah,
the new one.
Yeah.
I know we're talking non-war games, but we get it out.
Yeah.
We get this out the way.
Yeah, we'll get it out of the way. Let's say hi to everyone. We didn't get a chance last week to say hi to everyone. So Christopher, good to see you. And
Hey,
Paul. And there's Herman. How you doing, Herman?
Yeah.
Meandering Mike, Bruno, what's going on? David, good to see you. Historic, I've got your game, Historic. I'm going to ship it out on Tuesday. Monday's a holiday here, so Tuesday, I'll get it out Tuesday. The reason I didn't get it out, I was waiting to hear from the other guy because I figured I would ship them both at the same time, but I'm still waiting to hear from the other guy. If he doesn't get with me, next week we might be giving it back out, I guess. I don't know what to do.
Or it could be that Jester really wants to play that game.
I got my own copy. Normally I would say that's true, but I've also got my own copy. Yeah. Gary, good to see you. Coy.
Yeah.
And Viper Dave. Guess what Viper Dave got? He got a little package yesterday in the mail from Herman. He got his signed copy of Plum Island Horror.
Nice.
Excellent.
I mean, Herman was on it he shipped it out like the next day and
wow,
signed it for him and everything.
And so is Viper Dave. I saw it on eBay. Just joking, Viper. Just joking.
Jeffrey,
Nice
what's
yeah,
going on? Ken, good afternoon. Stuka
Hey,
from Puerto Rico. Papa.
Yeah. You can't blame it all on that. The shipping costs.
what is It's been a long time, but what is the status of Spitfire Joe? Is he still around?
Yes, he's still around. I'm still around. They're in hospital.
They're all in
Yes,
the
they're all
pub.
still around.
I think they're at tea time, I think is what's
Yeah,
happening.
they're in suspended animation. It's a bit like the time tunnel. Remember the time tunnel?
Yes.
Yes.
It's freedom time because it weighs 5 stones.
They all haven't ended up like Michael Caine did in the Battle of Britain, did they?
No, well, they shot him in the goggles, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Zales is in Tempe, Arizona. Hello. Eric plays a game from Ireland.
Top of the morning, sir.
So our subject today is how to take the sting out of losing. We had the elections just on Tuesday, and I thought there's going to be a lot of pissed off people this week because a lot of people win and a lot of people lose. Yeah. And I thought, I mean, that goes for us in wargaming as well.
Yeah,
sorry. I don't take the sting out of losing.
Yeah. That's a Poppy. Yeah, I'm wearing my Poppy with pride.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, right, Rob?
Remembrance Sunday is tomorrow. Yes, where we remember our, heroic fallen dead from the conflicts over the years. And then Monday is officially Remembrance Day, where at 11 o'clock on the 11th hour, 11th day, 11th month, everybody stops for a minute and contemplate. And that's coming up. So tomorrow's the big cenotaph in London, Remembrance Day.
Now,
but yeah,
I'm curious because I don't know this. When did the Remembrance Sunday change from at the cenotaph to just do with World War I to now all of the dead from Britain's wars?
Well, it came out because of that, I think, because of the, and then since then there's been a few wars, isn't there? So they just bolted on to remember the glorious dead. It's I don't know if I like the glorious dead. I know what they're saying.
Yeah,
nothing glorious about being dead,
right.
But it's heroic. People gave their lives.
Doug's on it already.
Shut
Doug's
it.
on it already.
Shut it.
It's not just.
Don't forget. It's
everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
Everyone. No, that's good. That's good. Nate, did you get to play anything this week?
Unfortunately, not.
More studying, more reading, more books, more all that stuff.
Yeah, that, and I wasn't feeling too well this week. So it was just I had a game set up, but then I had to take it down because I had some people over, and then I tried to put another game up and just didn't have any time, unfortunately. But I really want to play something because it's been a long time.
Uh-oh, you're getting the itch, huh?
That's right. I mean, who knows? Probably I'll put a game up and I'll lose.
Well, if you lose, you'll be able to take care of some of these things.
Well, that's where I need today's topic. I need to know
topic to figure out how do you handle and for those people out there that say,
see, like how I segued into that.
The people I love that. The people that say, "Oh, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. Just be happy to play the game." You know what to do with those people? You need to slap them.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think we're going to have sort of two camps here. We've got the camp where you can't bear to lose, and the camp where you lose. Okay, so you'll try it again.
Yeah,
get you this time. Yeah, there's those two camps.
I'm sure there's several different camps.
I can give you some historical examples of people who lose in both camps, of how they lose in both camps, and they're quite funny. One of them has to do with the Romans, in fact.
Always the Romans, isn't it?
Of course.
What have they ever done for us?
There was another
victim of World War II in Belgium. A car missed the corner and drove into a bomb crater that was caused in World War II that was filled with water, and 2 young guys died.
Wow.
So World War II is still striking
still-
its ugly head, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow,
Man, that's incredible.
that's crazy. All right. Wow. Yeah, you have to be as gracious a winner as you are a loser, and I agree with that. I mean, there's no sense rubbing it in when you're better than your opponents. They're already going to be depressed. They're already going to be upset that they lost. There's no sense in, telling them how bad they are and how stinky they are. Try to be nice about it, and try as best you can to do it with a straight face, with a smile, if you have to. That was a really good game.
The disingenuous, well done, sir. Wanker. Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Tonight. This is tonight, 8:00 standard time. 8:00. There we are. 8:00. Me and Phoenix Knight are going to be playing Dominant Species. We're actually looking for a couple people if there's somebody out there that wants to join us, because I think it plays fine 2 people, but I think it's better if you're fighting with 3 or 4 people. So if you're interested, let us know, and you can join us tonight. All you need to do is have Tabletop Simulator, a microphone, an internet connection. So let us know if you're interested and you want to join in. Dominant Species, you do not need to know how to play the game. I'm doing a full teach and playthrough. I haven't played the game in probably 25 years, and Phoenix Knight has never played the game. So I would not worry about, I've never played the game, I don't want to join you. We haven't played the game in forever either. So
Jester's gonna blue everyone.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I got a couple good ones that they don't know about until the end. Oh, you could have done this, but you didn't do that. Your little species has a little special ability that you could have used this whole game, and I don't know why you didn't choose to use it.
I've actually never used TTS.
It's great.
Really?
It's better. Well, is it better than?
Did you buy TTS?
Yeah, I haven't bought it. Yeah.
Okay, it is a purchase. You need to make it.
Right.
Wait for the sale.
It is. Wait until it goes on sale. It's only like $10, but $20 if it's not on sale. But you get all the modules for free, so you get a lot of value for your money. Let's just put it that way. Now there are modules you can purchase if you want to purchase.
For a grand total of $286.
Just seen a Latin. Is this anything for you there? Peter's put decorum est pro patria mori. It's not always sweet and fair to die for your country. I don't know, but what does that mean to you, Nate? That
it's sweet to die for one's country?
Well, where's it from?
The phrase itself?
Do you know the phrase?
It's supposedly from the Roman poet Horace.
Ah, right.
But it's been used across the.
It's now gone into the general sort of.
Yeah, it's really from a poem from World War I that I can't remember. Now I need to look at it.
That's probably why Peter put it up there. Then yes, right.
I need to see who actually wrote the poem. That's
what I love about our chat. They just get us and off we go. It's
you never know where we're gonna go. Yeah,
I know this guy, Wilfred Owen.
Oh, Wilfred. It's a Wilfred. Of course, I know Wilfred Owen.
Yeah,
Didn't know that was one of his those. Right, gotcha. Yes, thanks, Tim.
The North Africa Standard Combat Series.
I have it. It's good.
Yeah, I've got it too. Actually,
it's big.
Unless I sold it, I got this one. I love the Standard Combat Series. The problem is North Africa. It's like 2 maps.
The only thing about that game is because most of the action is on kind of that upper third. Basically, you don't even need the bottom half. But it's still it's a good game. There's actually a really cool on BGG. Did Mrs. Ruff say?
They're sitting there. Mrs. Ruff and Ruff Jr. is sitting there watching something funny on the telly with their headphones in, and they're giggling, and it's most annoying. So there we go.
You should just start laughing and laughing and laughing too. Laugh louder than they laugh.
Terrible. But that's the problem with the North Africa, he says, changing the subject, because it only happens on that top bit and it's very long. Yeah. So no matter what North Africa game you get, it's that long bit at the top.
William, I would say that if you want to know like an in-depth look at that game, there is a really, really good review that someone wrote up on BGG. Let me look at it real quick to see what the name of it is. Yeah, it's the only review there. Foxes Against Rats. It's the title of the review.
That's the old Desert Rats. God bless them.
Yeah, it's a very long review, but he goes in depth into the game and gives you a really good idea of the whole dynamic of the game. And so, if that after reading that interests you, then go right ahead.
I mean,
why can't they make a North Africa game that fits on one map? Why can't they do that?
Not even the
old Africa ones did.
Not even this one.
Yeah,
is that
like
a two-mapper?
That's it's a map and a bit.
Oh,
so this is from
everyone wants to put it on two maps.
Yeah, it's just because it's long.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's long. I know it's long.
Look at
glad you know that.
Sorry, getting caught up in the carpet here.
Do you know the geography of North Africa on that end, but not so much on the other end with Algeria and Algiers?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Mirages one from VUCA, which I did an unboxing for.
It was right there. I couldn't help it.
What's that?
He was talking about Algiers and Algeria. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I know. Always funny, isn't it, Jester? Always funny. We get a lot of work out of that.
I know. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mirages has got the 4 scenarios. It's a small map because it's contained within that part of North Africa. So that might be something if you've got a small and not a lot of room.
Isn't it just like Halfaya Pass and Bardia and Solemn, just that kind of bit right there?
And it's smaller than a 22 by 34 inch map we're used to with most games. So that might be something if you want to get into North Africa, because even this one is a big map, you know, the Simonich one.
Kind of a map and a bit too.
Yeah. So it's just the nature of the beast.
Did you get the mounted map with that one?
Yes.
Excellent.
It's not in there. It's in a separate box. I got the mounted map for Solano. That's in the box. Got the mounted map, as you can see now, by the big Normandy box.
Nice.
That's turning up soon. Holland 44, the mounted map. France, yes. So the only one I haven't got is the Stalingrad, because that's
we need Stalingrad mounted map.
That's huge. Plus the expansion.
I think I got that one. Don't I have that one? Thought I had that one. I was thinking I had that one. Do I not have that one? Does it not come in the box?
Oh, Africa Core. Koi says Africa Core from Avalon Hill. The map is not that big, so there's another thing. But yeah, have a look at Mirages. It's still on pre-order, I think.
I didn't realize until I got into the hobby of how much North Africa is actually pretty popular as a topic, a gaming topic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, you've got us, you've got the Italians, you've got the nasty Germans, you've got it all. And then you lot turn up eventually.
But you got tanks out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, tanks, yeah. I can't wait.
The eye can see.
I can't wait to try the
I think it's because, and I could be wrong, but I think it's because you have this German conquering and then running out of supply and then getting all them pushed all the way back and then going back. And you got this ebb and flow back and forth. I think. I don't know.
That's
what interests me anyways.
The heroic siege of Tobruk, of course, with the Aussies, and it's got it all.
I can't
Ice
remember.
Cold in Addicts, the film, one of my favorite war films.
I can't remember where I read it. I'm trying to think of the book that I have that mentioned it. But like
No,
the
Christoph,
distance
it's not.
that Rommel's Africa Corps went was about the same distance to Moscow from the border. So, and they did it twice.
Yeah, again, they just went, and then they went, oh, where's our petrol? So,
Yeah, that was the problem. They were like, and they had air superiority, and then they lost air superiority, from what I understand.
Yep.
So
all got
I think the
diverted.
Brits started.
I was joking, Nordic.
The Brits started getting in on the action and taking out some of their planes and ships and stuff. So the Brits probably helped out the most, I think, in that situation.
Well, it was for a while. It was the only theater that the Brits was actually able to attack the Germans on land. Everywhere else was at sea because they had gotten thrown out of the continent.
Yep. We were hightailing it out, and it did great for morale as well because we were starting once we started to push him back.
I love Ian.
Oh dear, Ian, shut up.
Yeah,
Deutsche Africa Corps. Yes, that is their correct term. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, it started out. There is the Deutsche Afrika Korps, but then it gets Rommel gets promoted, and it gets put into a new organization of the Panzer Armee Africa.
Yes, yeah. He gets the old
so
Napoleonic thing going on.
What I'm going to suggest a game, North African game, and I'm going to see if you guys have ever heard of this game. I remember playing it 20, 30 years ago.
Is it blocks?
I thought it was really, really good. It was a single map. It's a game called Shifting Sands. Has anyone ever heard of that game?
It's a block game.
No, it's not a block game.
Oh, I'm almost positive.
It's not a block game. No, it's not a block game. I would tell you if it was.
I tell you what, Christoph, bringing a
Has
tank
anyone
in the
ever heard
middle
of
of
this
anywhere.
game?
Yes, I've seen this game. I'm looking on BGG. I've seen this game.
This was like back.
BGG.
What was this? Back in the 90s and 2000s, I think is when it came out. Let's see.
2006.
Yeah, so it was like 2006 to 2010. I played this several times with my buddy. We played it. It's a single map, which was kind of cool.
It's got like all of North Africa, but then it's got
look
East
at that.
and the Middle East.
Nordic says he's heard of it, but he's never played it. Let me share my screen
There's
here.
one called
It's MMP, yeah.
Oh, right. There's also the
campaign for North Africa.
Plans, but that's a newish game. That's to do with the.
It's also got cards. It's not card driven, but it's card assisted. If I remember correctly, I believe it's. But this is a hidden gem. If you can get your hands on this game, get your hands on it. I think, for me, because of this, the size and the scope it deals with is perfect. But I think it's pretty expensive now. $80 to $100. That's what I thought it was going to be around there. So, but if you can find a copy or trade for a copy, I would recommend it because it does a really good job. It's by MMP. It does everything you need to do. And
as a CDG, I'm sure it's not very solo friendly.
See, that's the sort of map I like. That busy. I like a busy map. Lots going on. Lots of.
It's area to area, which I think I like more than hex.
Yeah.
Makes it a little easier to play it.
Ruff, were you trying to think of the Dark Sands?
No, there's a Shifting Sands set in the Egyptian period. That is there.
Dark Sands is
again. Dark Sands. It's a big long map again, isn't it?
Love that game though.
Yeah.
I'm
waiting for them to reprint it. I'm waiting for them to reprint it. Yeah.
Oh yes. And if they do a deluxe edition with a mounted map. Oh man. Because they've done that on the Dark Valley.
Yes.
So you need to do that on the next one.
Shifting Sands, that was a blast from my past, man.
It looks like the map reminds me of Paths of Glory. Like the way that
a bit going on with a little insult.
Kind of. I can see how you can say that.
Barbarossa to Berlin.
Do you know what? They've stopped. I ordered that because it looks good and it's based on Paths of Glory. But I think they've knocked that on the head now.
Really?
I think so, yeah, which is a shame.
Did you see what's coming out this week here in our P500s from GMT? We got a new expansion pack for Command and Colors Medieval. Commensaria, that's one of Tony's favorite games.
Yeah, he likes that.
Holland, and guess what? Wolfpack.
Oh boy,
Look at that.
That's exciting.
I'm getting all 4 of these. I'm getting the mounted maps because I don't have the mounted maps.
Right. Okay.
And I'm getting Wolfpack, and I'm getting Commensaria, and I'm getting the expansion.
I need to hurry up. I need to get ahead on my homework so that when Wolfpack shows up, I can put it right on the table.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Hopefully there won't be too much errata.
Is there a errata
file coming up here? I think they're taking the rest of the year off or something.
There's Hoplite. Looking forward to Hoplite.
I thought Fields of Fire was already out. I thought I saw a picture of something.
No, they've got their designer copies, so that they are production copies, but they're looking over them in case there's any problems or mistakes before they push the button. So it looks like it's getting there. I can't wait for that.
I'll try it.
We found fun too. I know we talked about. I sent you guys an email this week about me, you, the 3 of us, and Tony playing,
yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Red Dust Rebellion, and guess how many emails I got back?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even read the rules yet. I haven't finished the unboxing of it yet. But
I don't even have
just need to find better friends. I guess.
It doesn't even have it.
You can download the rules from the GMT website.
I like them.
Download the rules and the playbook. You can go through it.
Man after my own heart.
Now, how do you not have it, Nate?
Smell and
never appealed to me.
Oh, and speak of the devil, we said his name 3 times and he showed up.
Happy birthday to the little one.
Yeah, it's Natalie's birthday today.
Well, not so little.
Cool.
Her 16th was a couple years ago, so she's got to be, 17 or 18 now, right?
Yeah. Driving.
Yeah. Well, tell her we all said hi and happy birthday.
She's just made the I forget the name of it, like the school bowling team. So so there. So
nice. That's
cool.
awesome.
17. There you go. So, yeah. I remember her when she came on when it was her 16th birthday. I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember she was just a young, innocent little girl and came on her show.
Now look at her driving, bowling.
Look at her. She's driving like a maniac.
Boyfriends, I understand.
Boyfriends.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe Tony can put it in the chat, but wasn't it that her first war game that she played was Command and Colors and she beat him?
Whipped his backside, as we say. Yes.
Oh, man.
25,000 feet of altitude.
He's flying a plane above Sweden, isn't he? What's he doing?
30 pages in my thesis. Yeah. He was.
You got this. You can do it.
He's going to live stream it. And so I suggested we all show up that day.
Give him grief.
And ask him weird ass questions. So.
Like
what does this got to do with the price of tea in China, Tony? What does this got to do with the price of tea in China?
So, are you sure you spelt that correctly? That word, that things like that really throws them.
On page 37, you reference a document. Well, that document's been null and voided for several years now. So.
Well done.
Oh, there's a thumbs down button. Oh my god.
That's okay. It's Jester's video. It's not rough.
I gotta take his wrench away. I think I'm gonna have to just take his wrench away.
You two, well done for.
How do you get the wrench by your name?
He gives it to you. I would give you one as well. Whoever's running the channel will give you.
Look at that.
You have to put a comment in, or you can't get any wrench. And I don't think you can do it live anymore. I think they changed it.
It was good Nordic yesterday. Enjoyed that.
Who do I think is Ruff's idol? For being him. Switch some.
Anybody but beats anybody, you know.
I think you can't do it during the live stream. I'm not.
No, don't worry about it.
I'm not sure. I can.
I'm not even
Well,
logged.
the only thing I can do is delete, put user in timeout, and ban users now. I can't promote anyone.
That's because you've been abusing it. That's why.
That's
they've
right.
cracked down
That's
on you.
right. YouTube took it away.
I need to keep banning people. And that was a good time.
Don't well, I forgot. Who was it you banned?
Dangerous Dave.
That's it.
You notice we never get any Dangerous Dave video.
When he can, he only comes on to my streams because he can, and he comments on my, when we do it. But yeah.
Yeah, Ruff, is your idol? Yeah, Winston Churchill.
Why would it be? If anybody is my idol, being a musician, it's Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
really?
James Taylor.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
As a musician.
Let me speaking of which,
is he going to drag up something from 20 years ago? I said, or whatever.
You know it.
Better than that. Better than
Mike,
that.
Andrew, Mike, shut it.
Let's
Yeah,
show
I knew it.
Look at Ruff go.
Oh
that was as I put, that was in a galaxy far, far away and a long, long time ago. That was.
Oh, listen to him sing. Are you ready? Are you ready, people? I don't know if you're ready for this.
No, I'm not. Oh, good. It's gone.
Hang on.
Ruff, if you want to, you can drop out. Like you can pull a jester and drop out.
And go, yeah. That's good. Keep the sound like that, yeah. This must have been.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
No, good. No, we can't. That's good.
Oh, you say yes. Yes, we can hear it.
Yeah, that's great. It sounds a bit loud.
Hang on.
This is what I used to do. This is what I used to do. No, I used to do this for a living many years ago. So this is what I did.
Yeah. I need to
yeah, you need to move on. Nothing to see here.
Bring this over here like this. There we go.
So, Ruff, what's your anticipated games to play this upcoming holiday season?
Holiday season. So nobody can hear it.
No, but November and December. What's your most? We're moving on, so we're
yeah. Skies Above Britain. I want to get that out of the way.
Okay.
It's becoming a millstone around my neck.
Is there anything that you're going to
play? It's great. Did you realize that you didn't even have that on there?
I put it on my own Facebook page because I've come across it.
Did you? And do you know where it came from?
Yeah, it was a little thing we did about.
I mean, like there's like 3 subscribers or something on there.
Oh yeah, there's just something I put up there 11, 12 years ago that we recorded.
And you know what it's called, right?
Rough Swordsman.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I know. I've forgotten all about it, and I just come across it. It come up on a feed, and I thought, I'll put that on my thing. It's
I posted a comment.
Rough. That's where you don't accept
anyone.
I'm going to put one on Tack Up because we did a Christmas song. So when it gets nearer the holiday season, nearer Christmas, I'm going to put Winter Wonderland up. I'll put it on Tack Up.
Oh, nice!
Just to wish you a happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. Yeah.
See, Ruff, that's where you just don't accept anyone on Facebook. Then they can't get these things from you.
It doesn't matter. It's something I did. It's something I'm proud of. I did it for many years.
Yeah, it was really good.
Wrong. Yeah. It's just embarrassing, So.
It is embarrassing, but it's I shouldn't be embarrassed. It's something I did.
You looked 20 years ago. You looked totally different. I would not have recognized you.
It's what I did for a living. There's concerts as well on there. If you look for them, there's a couple of concert things, and there was stuff because the lady in that clip left, and then Mrs. Ruff joined. So that's how.
Oh, that's how you guys got.
No. We've been married yonks, but it came up. She went, I'll apply for it because she's a singer, allegedly, and joined the band, and then stayed with the band until we disbanded rather acrimoniously about just before the big cough, So
In
yeah,
2019?
something like that. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
Edward has an interesting idea.
Yes, he should come up with a new war theme song
I've
for the
lost all my recording software and equipment and everything. Used to do that as well, do recording.
Yeah, you, your wife, and your son, the three of you could put up something together for us.
But it's like teaching your kids to drive. They go, no, Dad.
Nordic's comment. Notice how he says allegedly.
Yeah, she's oblivious. I wouldn't have said it. She could hear. What do you think? I'm daft? Get out of here.
Great comment, Nordic.
Yeah.
that was good.
I agree. I think I'm going to start with putting the pressure on Getting Rough to give us a new song.
No, see what? Yeah. We did 3 CDs. We did three albums. While I was doing all that, we went all
well,
over the country.
You sang for us on one of our shows.
I sang for Karen for Tony's
for her birthday. You sang her happy birthday. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was
Since the big cough, I've not picked up a guitar in anger. You see, that's the problem. Now it's gone to all. Look at this. You see, that's what's happened. But
all your energy's channeled into war games.
Okay, yeah, because historic Thomas is a singer, so yeah.
Well, then we'll get to Thomas and make us a song.
I didn't say it was
2024 or 2020. What is next year? 2025 will be about getting us more organized, getting us a new intro video, getting us an outro video, getting us a song. We're going to get super organized in 2025.
My goal in 2025 is when Jester emails me to just not respond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not any different than this year, is it?
Yeah, the War Room Rap.
Oh,
War Room Rap. It's a
long way.
There you go.
Or
one of our songs is set in that sort of period, but it was about a pigeon that was a world famous pigeon that from a working class chap, and he heard about this big race in Italy, and he sent the pigeon over to Italy, and a load of birds went missing, but this came anyway. That's one of the songs we did.
Well, for us Americans,
King of Rome, it's called.
For us Americans, the song we'll use is Over There.
That's the one we used to sing.
Oh, really?
They're over here. Yeah.
Oh. There is actually a funny, I don't know if it's true or not, but at least I saw a comment that someone had made that there's a Civil War song called Marching Through Georgia, and it's about Sherman's army marching, obviously, down towards the sea.
Even I've heard of it.
Okay. So, according to the story, is when several men from Georgia were sent over to Britain during World War II, that I guess the town that they were stationed in, whatever, wanted to celebrate that the Yanks were coming to help them, and they didn't know what that song meant and played that song for them, except it didn't have the reaction that they were.
That's the innocence of the English, the innocence of the Brits there. They're thinking, well, play this song. And why are they looking at us funny? Why are they?
Oh, man.
Nice. Way to do your homework, Brits. Way to do your homework.
Oh, it's how it was,
That's okay. The Brits know a lot more about history and other people than I think Americans do.
It was done with love, done with the best intentions.
True. Very true. Because you were there, right? Oh, wait.
What's the term? FFS, for flip's sake.
So
it's how a Brit would say it. Yeah. No. Go and look at my webpage, my Facebook page. You want to hear it?
So I have a question that I'm curious to know your thoughts Wargame related, and as well as the chat. So I'm trying to consider what I'm going to get for like my own kind of Christmas thing.
What your treat to yourself?
Correct. And because there's a bunch of sales on and things like that, so I'm looking at. Actually, let's see if I can pull it up here so I can share it.
Don't talking music in the chat now. It's terrible.
Oh,
no, it's not terrible.
Here we go. Here we go. They're off on their own tangent again.
Yeah, that's great. It's great.
Okay, so I got curious at. Let's see if I could share this with you. And there we go.
Okay.
So Europe in Turmoil 2. This one looked interesting to me because it's 1920 to 1939, and it's kind of, what I've heard is kind of like Twilight Struggle, but it's
sort of what if thing.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of curious. I don't know if either of you or anybody in the chat's played either this one or Europe in Turmoil 1. This is from Compass, but I'm interested to hear kind of your thoughts on that. So
I think it looks great, but I have never played this game. I looked at it, but I just I just can't ever justify getting it because it's
What about
I don't have a really good track record with anything from Compass. Not that they're bad. I'm not saying they're a bad company or anything like that. I'm just saying the games that I have purchased from Compass have never made me very happy. Ever.
Well, all right. What about this one? I shared this. I'm sharing this now.
Just going to say, having said that, never bought a Compass game, and then I went on a splurge, and I got things like Combat and Philippines, Carrier Philippines, and the Western Front Ace and all that. So I've got nothing bad to say. But yes. Oh, hold on.
I'm also thinking about this one, Next War Iran, because Next War series seems really interesting to me, and this one's the newest. Oh, you got that?
Of course, I've got it. I've got all of them.
Of course, he's got it.
So I'm kind of curious.
Not quite as bad as him, but getting there.
I don't know. I'm thinking about that one. I have thought about Nordic. I've thought about the Julius Caesar Deluxe Edition one, but that and the new version of NATO as well.
Oh yes, that's a biggie though, isn't it?
So I'm trying to figure out. This is kind of my options. I'm trying to decide what do I want to do.
This one.
Yeah. Which I think there's going to be a new edition coming out.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, Nordic.
You need to. I think you need to try a game of GBOH to see if you like it.
Okay. Well, maybe we could do like a Friday night then.
Yeah, we could all join in and play a bit of GBOH. We could also, if we get Mitch involved, get a bit of Next War going.
Yeah, well. I'd like to learn that series.
We should get Mitch on the show again, and he's come on the show a bunch. So
yeah. Well, I'll ask him.
Email him, Nate, and say, "Hey, come on the show. I want to talk to you about your games." He'd be more than happy. He's a really nice guy.
He's a very knowledgeable chap as well.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
But he's kind
of Tony's friend, so he hasn't come on since Tony left. But I'm sure he'd come on for us.
It's nothing to do with that. I mean, we and Tony have played the basic Next War, and we want to go and move up to the advanced stuff. So that might be a good idea to maybe do a live thing and get.
You guys play this one?
What Next War did you play?
What was it? Poland? Was it Poland? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm sure it's Poland. Yeah, we just played. Yeah, because there's a tournament scenario that Mitch designed, and we were going to play that, which uses the advanced naval and air rules. But yeah, I'd like to learn them because I just can't get. It's like the railway rules in Narc Paris. It's can't get my head around them.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
Ah.
Oh my God.
They
That's
say next.
Next.
Yeah, Nordic. The choices that I was thinking of was Europe in Turmoil 2, NATO, Next War Iran, and possibly Julius Caesar. But I mean, if it's too hard to
Julius
do, I
Caesar,
might
yeah.
try it first before I
Eric says it was Poland, Rough.
It was great. Thanks, Eric. But I think SPQR might be a good bet.
Okay.
First one. Or Cataphract.
Oh,
You have this one, Hank? Do you have this one? You don't have this one, do you?
Mm-mm.
Where are you going to put it if you get it?
I'm not sure you can get it at the moment.
No, I believe not.
I mean, Cataphract.
I got mine for sale, $150.
Take a notice.
That's a lot.
Cataphract. Oh, let me get it.
Hey, I'll sign in for that.
That one.
Yeah.
When you get this
Campaign game.
extra game in it.
Have you
Nothing
played
to
that
do
one?
with that. It's a game.
Have you played it?
No, I've played Cataphract. Me and Tweez have played it. But yeah,
I know.
that'd be good because you do get the double whammy if you want to play a more strategic or operational game. It's on P500 again. Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but nobody does the P500 anymore for some reason.
5th edition.
Everyone waits till they get up to $4.99 and then they go, "Oh, I should probably jump on that." I've been waiting on you idiots to join up and do the Combat Commander.
Yeah. The only thing that annoys me with this P500 for SPQR, there's an update kit for the one I bought. An update kit.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
update kit. For
Yeah.
which one?
For SPQR.
That one?
Yeah, so I bought that, you bought that, and it's out of stock. They're reprinting it, but there's an update kit because they found anyway. Don't start me off. So I've had to order that, you know.
Well, it's like there's going to be an update kit for Mr. President that's going to update
Yes,
all
that's
basically
update
everything.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Christoph. Yes, it's Sonatas
Oh,
Populis Romanus.
Mike's not here because he's at the HISCon,
Right.
the history convention going on
SD
right now.
HisCon is going on.
Yes. I was like, how come Mike hasn't showed up? And there's been a few other people that I noticed haven't showed up. So now I remember why. And it's a little light today. We only had 40 people. What's going on, people? Why?
It's fireworks night. Well, the weekend. So if you can hear pops and bangs, they're probably
We
stopping.
found her honor, Edward. I know.
Well, I don't know.
Anyone interested in joining us tonight at 8 o'clock to play Dominant Species? I thought I would get like 500 requests.
As we say over here, Billy no mates.
I know that phrase.
I'm like, I was still waiting on one person to like say yes. It's like crazy. I thought I'd be like, I mean, if somebody would post it and say, "Hey, does somebody want to play blah blah blah?" I mean, like a whole bunch of people would join up and play it. No,
Yeah.
What's up with that, you people?
And Ian saying everybody jump on at any cost. Herman's game. That's,
yes.
I've ordered it. You know, it's
Yeah, there's only 250, but yeah, you gotta get the people to sign up for them.
And
Otherwise,
not that many games. Period on the Franco-Prussian War.
no.
So
no, the program is not free. You need to purchase it.
What talk
Tabletop
about
Simulator.
Yeah, it's a one-off. Then you can play anything, and there's a lot of old games.
The other option is we've been debating about playing it on Board Game Arena. You can play it on Board Game Arena because they have it on Board Game Arena.
Rough, I would join you, but I'm out. I need to go get some more.
Get a pepper. But the thing with Tabletop Simulator, there's a lot of like SPI games and Avalon Hill games that people have made, fan-based sort of plugins, if you like, that you can play all the games that you can't get anymore. So it's worth it just for that, you know.
And I'm just dipping my toe into Vassal. So
oh crikey. I appreciate it more than I used to. You know, if you've been watching my opinion of Vassal over the years, it was like, it's got better because I'm getting a little bit more au fait with it. But it's there so I can play games with my friends. That's all it's for.
I've only had
photos on, but maybe it's not.
I've had 2 really good experiences with Vassal. One was When Eagles Fight, the World War I Eastern Front game, and then Mr. President, because it was all set up, all the cards and everything was.
There is that, of course. There is that.
That was much.
Yeah, I know. It's got that.
Yeah, same here. Yes, it's going to be 2 o'clock for you. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock.
I know.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Well, if I was to change it to tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, that would be 7 o'clock your time. I could do a second one. We could do a second episode.
I'm surprised that Jester didn't say no excuses, because didn't he want you to respond to an email at 1 a.m?
Something like that. Yes, I don't respond to emails. I'm not the greatest responder.
It wasn't 1 o'clock in the morning. It was 11 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes, 1999. I think I bought mine. It's Mike says $20 on Steam, but I got mine because I need to get it on the sale when it went down to $10, I think. So, but even at 19.99, that's only about 15 quid in real money.
Yeah, Vassal's great for soloing. Probably
also the game is, but
real money.
Real money, yes. Yeah. Because it used to be. I know it's the dollar now. Is the
right? But the pound.
But it used to be the sterling.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure it was our fault that the.
Yes. Less said about that, the better. Move along now. Yeah, I know. I got mine on sale anyway.
All right. Well, I think we've been going about an hour, so let's go ahead and talk about
Troy never lets us. He always brings us back.
It was actually exactly an hour when you started to move us on.
The clock is ticking. Yeah,
I am on task. In the green room, we won't talk about it, but as 20 minutes before the show, I'm busy doing work. Those two are just sitting there, blah, 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 like a bunch of old ladies.
Jester's a hard taskmaster, isn't he?
Yeah. But we're talking about pertinent things that are going on in our two countries at the moment, politically wise, with things. You had a big thing the other week, a couple of days ago. And you
know how the last couple of weeks have been a really bad of games. There's been like one game. This week is actually really strong. Really strong, these games. Well, I would take this group against any 10 group that we've come across so far. So do we want to start with rough stuff?
You want to do that?
Are we ready for some British history?
I tell you what, it's weird this week. The reason I like doing this as well, I learn stuff. Every day is a school day when we do Rough Remembers. But this one is more social sort of history to do with what went on in the sort of conflicty world. But it starts off, there's not a lot going on early, but it starts off, with us over here in 1688, 9th of November, of course, 1688, the Glorious Revolution. William of Orange captures Exeter. What's all that about, you say?
Love the Glorious Revolution.
Huh?
I love the Glorious Revolution.
The Glorious Revolution was the deposition of James II and VII, the only king to have two numbers, because one was England and Ireland, the other one was Scotland, in November 1688. Again, it's all to do with them nasty Catholics. It's always to do with them. I'm just joking, but this period of time in our history, it was very much to the fore. He was replaced by his daughter, Mary II, and her Dutch husband, William III of Orange. William of Orange, who was also James's nephew. So a bit of dodgy stuff going on there. The two ruled as joint monarchs of England, Scotland, and Ireland until Mary's death in 1894, when William became ruler in his own right. Jacobitism, or James stuff, as a political movement. Yeah, I can't say that. I've had a glass of Rioja.
How is
As
it
a
an American knows how to pronounce more English names than
Jacobitism as a
Jacobin?
political movement persisted into the late 18th century because it's had to do with trying to bring back the Catholic.
Prince Charles.
Yeah, trying to bring back the Stuarts and all that with their Catholic ways and means.
Mhm.
It persisted into the late 18th century. William's invasion was the last successful invasion of England. Well, invasion, because I think he was saying, come over, to stop the rise of Catholicism in the country again. So, very interesting part of history. 1780, over to you, American Revolutionary War, the Battle of Fish Dam. Have I said that right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Fish Dam Ford. A force of British and Loyalist troops fail in a surprise attack against the South Carolina Patriot militia under Brigadier General Thomas Sumter. This Battle of Fish Dam Ford was an attempted surprise attack by British forces under the command of Major James Wemyss against an encampment of Patriot militia under the command, as I said, of Brigadier General Thomas Sumter, around 1 a.m. on the morning of November the 9th, 1780, late in the American Revolutionary War. Wemyss was wounded and captured in the attack, which failed because of the heightened security in Sumter's camp, and because Wemyss did not wait until dawn to begin the attack. So that probably means more to you than it does to us over here. 1862, American Civil War. Union General Ambrose Burnside assumes command of the Army of the Potomac after George B. McClellan is removed. If only we had him on your side during the Revolutionary War, things might have gone a bit different.
Wait, you know what George McClellan's little nickname was? He was known as the Little Napoleon.
Yes, he had to put his arm in his thing as well, didn't he? He used to do all that, yeah. And he was a bit of he was worse than our general in the desert, for sort of
Wavell?
No, the other one.
Auchinleck or Montgomery?
Montgomery, because of the procrastinations and making sure everything. I think
he was
what
I know. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to say, from the little I know of McClellan, that he was he didn't want to bother. He didn't want to. If he could not fight, he wouldn't. I'm not sure if that's correct.
His main problems were he was a great
organizer, wasn't he?
I can't pronounce the name correctly, but he was great on organizing, getting the army supplied. The army, as soon as people were told that McClellan is in charge, the morale just went up because they loved McClellan. He loved the men and they respected him and he respected them.
He was a great logistics guy, wasn't he?
So and but he was a very cautious commander.
I mean, to the extent that Montgomery makes Montgomery look a bit of a sort of flash in the pan, But yes, so he's removed today and replaced by Burnside. 1887, the United States receives the rights to Pearl Harbor today.
Ooh.
So you bought that off of the Hawaiian kingdom, I think for about 3.5 cents. I think it was, wasn't it? Something like that. I'm joking.
What was it? $24 for Manhattan?
It's probably something stupid, wasn't it? I mean, I don't know why or how much it was. They'll probably tell us in the chat. And it's nothing really to do with war, but it's a part of our sort of culture, if you like. 1888. You say 1888 to people, and they go, "Ooh, Jack the Ripper," because that's when Jack the Ripper was about. And Jack the Ripper, on this day in 1888, murdered Mary Jane Kelly.
Oh, interesting.
Becoming his final victim in the Whitechapel murders.
Isn't it? Now, let me ask. I think isn't the prevailing theory that he was an insane asylum guy who had escaped or whatever?
There's
There's lots.
many discussions
Yeah.
It's
about
gone
who
into
it could possibly
folklore,
be.
and I mean that. Yeah, it's
Not according to Coy, it was William Gladstone.
it was Gladstone, according to Coy. Yeah, but the reason so that happened today, that was and also that the pub that she frequented just before she died, left that pub, went home and got murdered, was the 10 Bells pub. I've been in it. It's still there.
Interesting.
The pub is still there.
Wow.
And you walk in and it's like, yeah, the vibe. So that happened today. I thought I'd just plop that in because it's interesting.
Yeah, of course.
1921. He popped up in your game that you might want to get, the number 2 version of it.
Oh.
The National Fascists Party is founded by that Mussolini. I'll have to call him something like that in case we get demonetized.
The bald man?
Yes, he's founded in Italy. The guy that ended up hanging from a thing. Anyway.
A meat hook.
He founded the National Fascist Party today. And going on in Germany in Munich, 1923, police and government troops crush the National Socialist Beer Hall Putsch to happen today. The Beer Hall Putsch, also known as the Munich Putsch, was a failed coup d'etat by Yahtzee party leader, the Austrian painter. Isn't it terrible that you can't? We're a war bloody blog, and we can't say the people involved in case in case we get turned off.
Yeah.
And also, the guy I mentioned a week or two ago, the General Quartermaster Erich Ludendorff and other leaders in Munich, Bavaria, on the 8th and 9th of November 1923 during the Weimar Republic. Approximately 2,000 Yahtzees marched on the city centre, but were confronted by a police cordon, which resulted in the death of 15 National Socialists, 4 police officers, and 1 bystander. Now, I shouldn't laugh, but it does make me laugh. This bloke's just wandered up, seeing what all the fuss is about, and boom, gets it over the head. But anyway, that's happened today. This putsch also, the thing is, Hitler escaped immediate arrest. Oh, I said the word, didn't I? And was spirited off to safety in the countryside. After 2 days, he was arrested and charged with treason. The putsch brought Hitler to the attention of the German nation for the first time and generated front-page headlines in newspapers around the world. His arrest was followed by a 24-day trial, which was widely publicized and gave him a platform to express his nationalist sentiments. He was found guilty of treason and sentenced to 5 years in Landsberg prison, where he dictated that fantastic
Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf, my struggle, to fellow prisoners Emil Maurice and Rudolf Hess. On the 20th of December 1924, having served only 9 months, Hitler was released.
Have you ever read it?
I have, and I couldn't. Have you?
Yeah.
It's terribly written. It's like,
of course.
It's all, not just saying it because it's his book, but it is actually
like
terribly
grammatically,
written.
literary wise.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
It just goes on and on and on and on. And
it's like he's got, anyway. But in 1938, over in that part of the world, Kristallnacht occurred. Or Crystal Night, or Night of the Broken Glass, instigated by the Yahtzees using the killing of German diplomat Ernst vom Rath as justification. Jewish homes, hospitals, and schools were ransacked as attackers demolished buildings with sledgehammers. Rioters destroyed 267 synagogues throughout Germany, Austria, and the Sudetenland. Over 7,000 Jewish businesses were damaged or destroyed, and 30,000 Jewish men were arrested and incarcerated in concentration camps. So terrible. We all know about Kristallnacht. Again, a lot of this is like the social history of what was going on at the time, which is interesting in its own way. But there's an airplane coming up. 1939. Now, this is interesting. If this had gone through, the things might have been a bit different. The first jet-powered plane, the Heinkel HE-178, is demonstrated to officials of the Reich Air Ministry for their consideration as a warplane, 1939. The Nazi bigwigs pass on the design, despite its superior speed, preferring to continue using proven piston-driven aircraft rather than investing in the new jet technology. Now, if they had done that, things might have been a little bit different. So thank goodness they didn't. And I think I've got a picture of it here.
Excellent.
All righty. And here we go.
Oh, for God's sake, it was funny last week. Stop it. Grow up.
It just keeps getting better and better every week.
Oh,
I'm telling you. Oh my God.
It's never going to get old. Show the proper picture.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay. All right.
Oh, you Wally. Right.
Do you have a picture? Oh, there we are. There's your picture. There you go. All righty.
But look at that. If they'd have gone, do you know what? That looks crazy.
It does.
And they'd have gone in for it. I don't. Jeanette, who would have known?
What year was this? 1939.
1939.
Wow.
Look, chat. Don't encourage him. All right. Don't encourage him. But look at that. If they'd have gone ahead with that, who would have known what would happen? It is for 1939. Look at it. Looks crazy. That might have put a different thing on the war. Who knows? Shut up. Stop smiling. 1942. Battle of Stalingrad. German forces of the 6th Army under General Friedrich Paulus reach finally the riverbank of the Volga, capturing 90% of the ruined city of Stalingrad and splitting the remaining Soviet forces into two narrow pockets. But as we know, it didn't end well. And then we whizzed forward, 1970, Vietnam War. The Supreme Court of the United States votes 6-3 against hearing a case to allow Massachusetts to enforce its law granting residents the right to refuse military service in an undeclared war. So by then it was already political, and so they couldn't have states going, we're having nothing to do with this. That would have been chaos and mayhem. 1979, Cold War, nuclear false alarm. The NORAD computers and the alternate National Military Command Center in Fort Ritchie, Maryland, detected purported massive Soviet nuclear strike. After reviewing the raw data from satellites and checking the early warning radars, the alert is cancelled. Oh, jeez. And I like to end on a nice thing if I can, but in today, 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yep.
East Germany opens checkpoints in the Berlin Wall, allowing its citizens to travel to West Berlin.
All because the guy made a mistake.
Yeah, or because a lady loves milk tray. Yes, it's crazy things.
I like the video because they're asking him like, when can these happen? Now. Oh, okay.
1989. You can get that moment in the game.
There you go. There we are. But that's to do with that's not so much the wall. That's to do with Poland and Lech Wałęsa there. Resisting Soviet the Soviet foot on Poland. A Polish hero. But that's today. A bit different. A lot of social history there, but I thought it was quite interesting. So thank you for indulging me.
As always, Ruff. as
Great.
always.
Thank you for sharing. Nate, notes.
So
How are you doing, Nate?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay. In fact, I've got 2 new books that I received yesterday in the mail. I obviously haven't read them, but I want to share them with everyone because
Why haven't you read them?
right,
What are
exactly.
you waiting on? What have you been doing? You had all day. What have you been doing?
Oh, it's been a lot. Been a lot. But I did my research looking at make sure that these were good books, and so then I got them. First one I'll show has to do with one of Ruff and my favorite games ever. It is
It's got little ships in it.
exactly. In fact, if you needed some sort of historical help as you were going through the game and kind of particularly in the campaign when you're
Now I'm just going to
constructing
do
your
this.
fleets.
Now, no disrespect, but I'm just going to do this now and close my eyes. Off you go.
Here you go. The Royal Navy Home Fleet, 1939 to 1941, with a great picture of HMS Nelson on it.
God
But
bless it.
it's got obviously some great artwork in there as well for the book. But then going through, kind of giving you the command structure of the fleet, as well as like patrol lanes there. Yeah, there it is. I got it off Amazon a little bit cheaper. There it is actually. Let's see if I can find the page.
I'm just going to check something.
I know I saw it. Wait. Okay, yep, like the different fleet commanders that were part of the there it is. Here we go. The entire home fleet.
No.
The entire home fleet all laid out, and if it was out at sea, what it would look like. So yeah, I mean, sure, Nordic, yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, I mean, the hood, sure, it's the flagship of the home fleet, but I mean, I'm glad they picked HMS Nelson because that's such a
Because it's Nelson, God bless him.
Nelson. So that's the first book. So
well, if I may just quickly interrupt, the reason I was looking, it's quite an old book, and it's the tactics of the Navy during the Second World War. But I think I've packed it away. But that's an interesting book, written by a serving officer at the time, about how they dealt with what was going on. But
now I will say, Jester, you can actually see it on the screen there, that this is actually part of a series that you can see below of different navies and different fleets. They got one on the German high seas fleet.
That's the only book you need.
They have one on the British Indian Ocean Fleet.
Oh, right.
British Pacific Fleet right there.
Yep. British Pacific Fleet, 44 to 45. So, but
people don't realize that there was
a
British Pacific Fleet. It's sort of mentioned a little bit in also in the Silent War, the submarine Pacific game. The Dutch as well. The Dutch were there as well. So
and it was important very important to stop the Japanese from landing any forces on Ceylon or India.
I know, Nordic. It didn't end well.
Actually, interesting enough, speaking of the hood and the Bismarck and all that, I saw yesterday a fascinating clip, because there's footage of the Battle of the Denmark Straits between the Bismarck, the Prince Eugen, the Hood, and the Prince of Wales. And someone went through and colorized it all, and then also put the sound effects into it. So you hear the sea, you hear the wind, but then you see the Bismarck firing, and you hear the guns go out. Like, whoa.
They do make a noise.
Black and white.
But again, I would recommend that film, Hunt for the Bismarck, which inspires me, and it is very Atlantic Chase. Have you seen it, Nate? With I forget the guy's name. The guy that played the guy with the pilot with no legs.
Tom Cruise.
No, we're talking Jesus. I know Tom Cruise without any legs would be about the same size as this. I can't remember his name.
So
John Wayne. John Wayne.
No, this is in the 50s. This film.
Well,
The
you have
guy
a
played, it's
computer.
going to come up now. The guy that played Bader,
Kenneth
Douglas
Moore.
Bader, Kenneth Moore. Thank you.
Coy.
Great film. Thank you, Coy. Yeah, I'll get there. It just takes a little bit of time. But yeah, that's a great. Yeah, all right. Thanks. But yeah, great film. It just reminds me of Atlantic Chase, where he's looking down on this
Yeah,
floor with
yeah.
the models of the ships and things. Where is it? Where is it?
So, in a different time period to this book, the other book that I got was called The Grand Strategy of the Habsburg Empire. I know it's kind of very niche. You know, a lot of people talk about England, France, Spain, but there is also the Habsburgs as a Habsburgs in Prussia, in Central Europe.
Were they something to do with our royalty as well?
I'm sorry?
Were they something to do with our royalty as well? The Habsburgs, were they?
I mean, they're not directly connected, but go ahead.
But look at the guy from Russia, the Tsar from Russia, and then look at George V and George IV and George IV, and yeah, you can see they're like related.
Well, and also the famous Habsburg jaw, because they married so close to one another.
Inbreeding, yeah.
Yeah, but this is a new book. I haven't read it yet, but it starts at the time of the Spanish War of Spanish Succession, and how the Austrians, because the Austrians didn't have this massive army that could just conquer everywhere. So it needed in order for the empire to survive and thrive, they needed to learn not only to use military power, but also use a lot of diplomatic and economic power. And so this book kind of goes into all the levers of power that the Habsburgs could use to keep their influence over the Holy Roman Empire and Central Europe. I mean, for all of its faults, the Habsburgs were very successful on keeping control of being in charge of the Holy Roman Empire and having their own empire and influence in Central Europe from the 15th century to the 20th century. That's a big accomplishment, at least. I'm
not sure if Coy's being a little bit tongue in cheek there, but were they inbreds? Yes, I think the word is yes. It was. I think it was. I'm not sure it's worse than cousins, but it was.
I'll pull up a picture of the most famous Habsburg jaw.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. Right there.
So his mother was also his aunt and his sister.
This is. Go ahead, Jester. I shared something here.
Okay, hang on. All right, here we go. Where are you? This one?
Oh, for God.
I was half expecting him to do this.
Yeah. Okay, look. What's the saying? Simple thing.
Oh, my God, I'm too funny. Yes. I'm too funny.
So there we go. There's Charles II of Spain.
Yeah.
This famous jaw.
He's ugly.
Yeah.
It stuck out so much that he drooled.
Yeah. And it's got that sort of push forward bottom teeth thing, isn't he?
Yep. He died very young, childless.
Well, this is what happens when you marry your sister.
So anyway, that's Nate's notes. That's
interesting. Yes. Thank you, sir. That was very interesting. Thank you.
Great stuff. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. All right, we're at 180.
Sincerity, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, I'm being sincere. I am
like a game show host there.
Thank you so much.
I can't help it if you guys don't hear my sincerity. What do you want from me? All right, so we're on number 180.
So much. We love it.
So we got 17 weeks, and this will be over with. In 17 weeks, boom, gone. We're done. We'll have to go back to Jester's Jeopardy, which is the people have been clamoring for that. I mean, clamoring for it. I mean, I got more votes about bringing back Jester's Jeopardy.
He's gone. Lock and load, everyone. I hope you're having a great evening. So I certainly am. I'm drinking a lovely Rioja Reserva from 2018. Lovely piece of
nice
jollop there. So cheers.
Okay, Jester, what's on the list today?
10 really good games, actually. 10 really good ones. We're going to start off with the game that Ruff might be able to get it done in like maybe another
Sorry, my
6
drunk
months or
wife
so.
is just
Maybe
sort of
6 months. We'll see.
Sorry.
Skies Above Britain, number 180.
What?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't. It's got blocks in it, so
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll get bloody.
I've actually played the scenarios, like in the scenario book, all the ones up until the bombers come, like all the dogfight ones, and they were fun. They were a lot of fun.
It is a great game. It's just anyway. I'm not going to go over it again.
it takes hours to video it good.
And they are good,
right?
Yeah.
It takes a long time to do it good.
It does. It does. I know you're taking the P, but don't.
I'm not taking the P. I'm giving you props, man. You do such a great job.
Good night, you drunken wife. Go away. She fancied a bottle of wine.
179.
I'm sorry. She fancied a glass of wine, so I'll treat myself to a bottle of wine. And him and my son have just sat there and they've drunk it, and she's toddling off now in a drunken stupor. Disgusting.
Number 179, Wings of Glory.
There's nothing that she can do. We still love her.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. I can't help it. Yeah. So what's this Wings of Glory? That's the model-y. It's got the miniatures, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're moving it around on the little map, and
it's very popular.
No, my God, that'd be awesome.
It looks great.
I thought you had this, Chester.
I do not have this now.
Oh, well.
It is not for me. It is for miniature guys, because you need a ton of space.
And you need to play
rulers and all kinds of crap. Yeah.
But it does
look. Paint these miniatures. The miniatures don't come painted. So, but they do look good.
They look cool.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Number 178.
Yeah.
War of the Roses.
Comes with your own parking ticket.
It comes with a sort of scale model of the car park. Yeah. I can't believe that. Only in Britain.
Oh, I know why you guys have never heard of this. It's more block games.
Yeah, again, it's not a solo game, but very popular.
I will say,
wasn't it lifted from a video game?
I think it started as this, and then it got turned into a video.
Right, okay.
It still looks pretty good, yeah.
Ruff, it reminded me of. I remember several years ago there was a computer game that came out. I think it was called. It was like a Cold War gone hot thing, and it was called World in Conflict. And if you bought the deluxe collector's edition, it came with a little piece of the Berlin Wall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So maybe get a little piece of the car park with the box.
Yeah, it's only in Britain it could happen.
Yeah, it's still Columbia Games, very highly rated.
It is highly rated. Yeah,
177. Halls of Hagra. You might get a video on this one of these years too.
I've done a video on this. Thank you.
That was years ago, though.
That was years ago when the prototype came out. It's a great game. It's a Euro.
You're the one that inspired me to kickstart it. And I'm glad I did, because after they published the Kickstarter, they didn't release anything. Now they re-released it now, so you can get it. But
I mean, they sent me the proper, the finished product as well. I've still got the prototype if anybody wants it. But yeah, it's a worker placement, but a great theme.
All right, 176. V Sabotage.
Never heard of this.
Never heard of that one.
It's also called V Commandos as well.
Oh yes, I've heard of that. Yes,
it's kind of like a Normandy type.
It
Normandy.
looks like
it's kind of like Normandy.
Oh, you mean
the miniatures? It has little tokens.
Is it a little bit like? Is it Quartermaster? The game.
I'm not sure.
But yes, it looks certainly like
You got your little figure or your little tokens, and each of your characters has got a little card with a special ability on it.
Nothing wrong with those sort of games.
Yeah,
They're great fun.
it's fine. It's fine. Place best one actually, which is
excellent. Is it like Undaunted? Koi says a bit like Undaunted.
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, it looks the tokens and place best with one.
Well, I think SAS Rogue Regiment is a little bit more involved. I think because I did actually back that and then pulled out again.
I mean, the artwork and everything looks cool as heck. It just reminds me of another game we're probably going to see in a little bit, but
we'll be getting that game.
Number 175 is World at War 85.
Who's that published by?
It's by a little company out there called Lock and Load.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Ah.
Oh, that is nice. That is nice, that Reserva.
This is basically Nations at War with the theme of 1985.
With a bit of crunch on the top. It's
yeah, it's got helicopters and planes and stuff in it. So,
and it's good because everything is on the counter, like Nations at War. There's no CRT, no combat results tables.
Yeah,
good game. Looking forward to the new one, Blood and Fury.
Next one up is Pacific War.
That's the original.
Yeah,
the
I have that
game design.
Do you have the original?
I do.
Why did you buy that when the reprint was coming out?
I bought that one. It was a couple of years before the reprint came out, and I wanted to learn it. And I found a cheap unpunched copy. Took me a long time to clip them counters, though. Woo!
I don't even know if I'd bother.
Yeah.
I know you can get this at Normal Night for between $30 and $50 until it pops up. So
Christoph was saying the Commando thing you just showed did a comparison with the SAS Rogue Regiment.
He did. Okay, Gimpy Gaber did. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Good to know. Good to know, because I am interested in that one. All right. So let's see. That was 174, 173. First Eyes, 1919.
I enjoyed this actually. I enjoyed it. Yeah, when I played it. Yes. Surprisingly, yes. It looks great. It's very contemporary looking, sort of Edwardian, the board and everything. I did enjoy it. It's a backstabber.
It has a solo module with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
It does have a solo module with it.
It does, but I think again it's fun because you can backstab, and there was lots of backstabbing going on. You want this card, do you? Okay. If you do this for me, I'll give you that card.
Yeah. There's a little bit of that negotiating. Yeah. You be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Yeah.
You can renege on it. But you said no, sorry. It's fun.
Can't ever trust the Brits. I mean, pretty much we found that out.
Bloody cheek.
Or
what else is up? Tide of Iron. Look at that. The tripod.
Rough. While playing that, you could say, well, you may think that, but I couldn't possibly comment.
Yes, you know where that's from?
House of Cards.
But the original House of Cards, not the American one.
Yes, with Francis Urquhart. That was the character's name.
Yes, and the guy played, he was in Tinker Tailor, the original Tinker Tailor.
Yeah.
Richardson.
Yeah.
Coy said he purchased Versailles, played it and sold it. Well, that's how it works. That's how it goes.
Really?
No, it's not a war game. I like it because it is a backstabby game. You're trying to outdo the other countries. But that is great. If it comes, I think it's on the P500 again, is it?
Sure. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Yes, it is on the P500 again.
If you're interested in great battles and a bit worried about it, get this first, because this will have things in it that there are some similar things in great battles if you want to sort of progress up the hill of.
That's kind of why I got Norman Conquest.
Yeah, have you not played it yet? No.
No,
Well, let me know because I hope you enjoy it.
I really would like to play at some point.
All right, and I just mentioned this not too long ago. Number 171 is
that is the Heroes
of Normandy, which if you look at that other game, it looks very similar style and everything to this one. Kind of instead of miniatures, you get like tokens to represent your squads. I've been looking at this one for years, but I don't know. Yeah. It's very expensive. I know it goes on sale.
It's a bit cartoony for me, I think.
It is a bit cartoony, but yeah.
But hey ho, not knocking it. And Koyi, you're a hard man to please because every game we've mentioned, you're owning it. I can't get into it, might sell it. But there's got to, yeah.
It's fine. I think. The artwork is fine. Some of it is a little bit over the top, like. But
it's a game that a wargamer can play for a bit of light relief, but it's also a game that a non-wargamer can play to have fun. So I can't knock it.
I think it's the type of game that I would play it if someone else had it and wanted to play it with me, but I wouldn't go buy it myself.
No.
All right, well that's the list from this week, and I think that's it.
Well, as you said earlier, thanks a lot. That was really at the time.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. You guys just don't do it the same way I do it. All right, I'm sorry. You just don't.
We're trying to be just like you, Jester.
Yeah,
I know you are.
We're trying to emulate.
That's right.
We're looking to see if something was on the list.
I think the Men of Iron tri-pack is back on the P500.
There's a load of stuff. I mean, I've
there's
played
the SPQR. Somebody had said earlier.
Yep, that's the upgrade.
You've got the upgrade pack as well.
There it is. Men of Iron tri-pack.
Men of Iron tri-pack.
I mean, I like it's light is not the right word. It's an easy system or an easier system to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But of course,
there it is, right there.
You're still going to think tactics.
174 people. That's a little weird. I would think it would have been more than that.
And there is an update.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, yes, you gotta get on these old ones. They're never gonna get reprinted.
I think it's just there's so many games on the list.
Yeah, luckily though,
you just have to support that many more.
I've had that hiatus where I've ordered everything I haven't got. Now I've got it, and it's starting now to sort of wind down a bit. Which is good.
Oh, William, you got Rome Inc. Awesome. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, and Nate, not a war game, but you might like this. A game I got this week.
Oh, nice.
Roman Roll.
I've seen that.
It's a very interesting game where you're taking your 64 AD following the Great Fire in Rome. You have different characters, and you're trying to do the best job in repairing Rome from the fire and stuff.
Is that? Oh, maybe it's a different game. It's not where you go through different scenarios and it gets more and more difficult. No, it's probably a different game. There's another game I saw. No, that's sorry. Ignore that.
Yeah, we will.
Have you played it yet?
Thank you.
No, I have not played this one yet. No, but there's a couple different characters expansion. There's a gladiator expansion.
Well, if you play it, I'll
a little miniatures expansion as well, which I did get as well. And the miniatures look really, really good. Actually, they're not cheap old plastic ones. They're actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they do look.
Got a senator.
Yep, there's like a senator one, and there's like a gladiator one. I can get him. Come here, Mr. Gladiator, man. and it's a lot of detail went into the figures.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah.
You've got to paint them.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
What you could do
Then
is
you have these big, chunky. Look at the size of these dice. They're big, chunky dice.
yes. The only problem is they don't go down with Dice Tower. Final Girl have big chunky dice. They don't go down with Dice Tower.
It depends on your tower, I guess.
Well, obviously my Dice Tower doesn't,
All right. Anyways, I know you're a wrong guy, so
inadequate in the Dice Tower.
Well, now that we got like 15 minutes left, let's talk about the subject. The subject is how to take the sting out of your
I
loss.
think this only applies to it only applies to you. You don't like losing. Explain. Discuss.
I don't like to lose. No, I don't like to lose. So how do I all right, so let's talk about ways to prevent, like being upset because you lose, right? Well, the first thing you can do is you can play solo. So the only person that's going to be mad is yourself, right?
But don't you get mad at the game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can, but it's not the game's fault that beats you. I mean, sure.
That way inclined.
I was playing a game the other day and I didn't do very well. I was upset, but I wasn't mad at the game. I was more upset with myself. So, one of the things you can do is play more solitaire games. If you don't like to lose, you play solitaire, you're always a winner.
I can't tell you.
Games, if they're designed correctly, you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
75% of the time.
65% of the time or something.
Yeah. I mean, there's many times where I try to play a game solo, but the rule book is so bad that I get too frustrated trying to learn it, and I just pack it away and try again later.
But that's the game, not the
right, not the person.
Yeah.
Of course, it could be that day. Maybe it was that day.
You couldn't get your head around
rules
because
didn't have enough Dr. Pepper in me. Not enough caffeine.
Yeah.
So what else? How else can we kind of get over the ways?
Don't use the word "we" here.
All right, we, right? Ruff, you just played Tony and you just lost last week. What did you play last week and you lost?
I can't remember.
I can see how memorable it was.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we play. Commands and Colors we played, and he slaughtered me.
Okay. So what if you were to change sides and try the other side? Would you play the same scenario again and try it again?
I'd play the same side and play it again. I could use different tactics, but I don't get upset because if you watch our live streams, it's more about having fun playing with some real person. I love my solo games. I love them. But when you play against somebody else, it's a completely different experience. They are two separate things. And it's more about the fun and him taking the mickey out of me taking the mickey out of him when if I throw, and I do throw badly with Vassal dice, if you lose, we go, yeah, well done. But we had a great time.
Historic Wings, is that true? TTS has a flip the board feature
for
Rage
yeah.
Quit?
If you get
they do. They absolutely do.
Wow.
Yeah. Luckily, though, you push a button and it goes back again. So if yes, it does.
Oh man,
it was designed for him,
right? Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it is a silly, daft thing. Yeah, that you can do when you're losing.
That is a great feature.
But you can do it when you're playing opposed because you can flip the table and they go, "Well, you're that," and it just it goes back again.
Here we go.
Oh, you got a video. Some guy getting the ump.
Come on.
That was an interesting game.
Okay, he's
Oh!
It's like, screw it.
It's great. It's great. You can vent your frustration in a non-violent way, in a virtual way, a non-violent way.
I will say, I think for losing that, I accept losing more easily when I know that like it was, I guess you could use the word fair. And what I mean by that is like I'm playing the game to the spirit of the game and not trying to game to get to like the magic end so I can win, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. I know, I'm sure you've played with people that they know the game so well, they know all of the exploits in it. And even though you try to play
a game, though, I don't know if I want to game a game. I don't know if you can game a game that I would want to play.
Ruff, didn't you play Magic for a long time?
I still play Magic.
Well, that's like the number one game out there. The game.
Yeah, no, you can't game it. You can't game the game. Yeah, like you can game it if you know the little secrets. What's the one that everybody plays that if you know all the cards, Twilight
Struggle.
You know the cards, you know how to play it. And some poor schmuck that's never played it before, you can wipe the floor with them because they don't know the game. Right. They don't know the cards. That's why I step away from those sort of things.
Yeah.
Magic, crikey. No, I love it. I still play it. I'm going to play it after I leave here on Arena with one of my Approach of the Second Sun decks, which really pees people off. And I love it.
And when they lose, how do they
react? Quit. Yeah, they rage quit.
React because we're trying to find out.
They rage quit. And I make it so funny. And I'm thinking, it's a game. We're playing with virtual cards. You don't own any of them. And because I'm playing this and I played it and it works for me, you rage quit. You don't go good game. So, I always go good game.
Rage quit, flip the table. Those are two good options so far. What else do we have?
Accept it with grace.
Yes. If I'm playing...
No one accepts it with grace.
No, there's no grace in the game.
What are you trying to be, Mr. Politically Correct?
No.
Come on.
There's always a learning opportunity. If you're playing a game that you love and you're playing somebody better at it, like chess, for instance, you're playing somebody better and they beat you, you've got to learn from that. And if they then take the time to explain why you went wrong, next time, you've got more ammo in your arsenal, haven't you?
I will say, I remember when I first started playing war games, and I was very naive and ignorant of all of what's a zone of control and things like that. And I remember I played with a history professor, and we were playing
worst type to play with.
He's great, and we were playing War and Peace, and I was playing the French. And I was moving my pieces. He told me what to do, and I started to do it. But then he told me while I was doing, he said, I just want to let you know that as the enemy, this is what I can do to you according to the game. Would you want to do this? And he let me as a learning experience.
He didn't blue you then. He didn't blue you.
So it was a good on-ramp onto I can choose to get my butt handed to me, or
now, as Koyi says, you can only learn a game when you lose, because you learn from losing, and that is good. Yeah. My second Approach of the Second Sun deck is a little different to most Approach of the Second Sun's deck. He knows what I'm talking about anyway. But yes, losing. It's a great way to learn.
That's right.
Yeah. Ask Rommel. Especially when I play him. So.
I mean, there's truth to that, because, I mean, if you look at it, the first time the U.S. took on Germany in North Africa, they got their asses handed to themselves.
That's right.
They were like, what's going on here? And the Germans were making fun of the Americans and everything. And
but they learned.
Much longer, they learned. This isn't boot camp anymore. We gotta think outside the box.
To be fair, they were untried, untested, green thingies, and a great scene about that is in Patton.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, and he's looking over the thing, and he's great.
I mean,
yeah,
right before
you only did it once. You only did it once.
Yep.
You learn.
I mean, prior to World War II, the U.S. Army was smaller than Portugal's.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nobody ever considered us to be of any kind of threat. But what happens when you awake democracy here?
Yeah, and I think when the U.S. took on Iraq,
democracy.
In their what was it in 1991? Is that Iraq? What the hell? Iraq?
Yeah,
like Iraq was the fourth largest military in the world at the time.
Yeah,
and we
100 hours.
Wiped the war. Wiped the war.
Which using a tactic from the ancient world.
Yeah.
The entirety of Desert Storm was lifted from Hannibal's successful defeat of the Roman army at the Battle of Cannae, where you lure the enemy into the middle while your stronger forces move around the flank and surround them, and then they start to panic in the middle, and you just squash them.
Yeah. To be fair, though, even though they were the fourth largest military force in the world, the quality probably wasn't there.
There was saying there's a lot of desertions as soon as
they go, oh, I don't like this, a bit hot. I know it's a desert, but it's a bit hot. I'm off. So
you can't play the game when losing. Nobody keeps playing. How many times have you, especially solitaire, you get halfway through the game and you're like, man, I am getting killed.
Start again.
I'm putting it away. That's dumb.
You start again.
I'm not playing it again.
I'll try a different tactic this time.
No, that's dumb.
Ruff, are we learning that we shouldn't play a game with Jester because if he loses, it's not going to go well?
He's a terrible loser. Trust me. Oh dear. He was very sedate. He controlled himself during Wolfpack, but I've seen him. I've seen it, and it's not nice. It's frightening.
Oh,
not good. Not good.
Wow, it's a good thing that you're across the pond then, and not right there.
You've seen him with Road to Moscow.
What I want is I want my teammates, those people on my side.
Yeah,
join me.
I know what we'll make his day by not only playing a game where he loses, but he'll lose at a DVG game.
No, he takes it out on his teammates. You see, that's the thing. We're there all to common support, sort of win the game, and it just looks at us with disdain and what you're doing here. I'm not going to pick you again.
Why you got a yellow? Why do you have a yellow?
Yeah, exactly. It's like at school.
Why is your tank yellow?
Always that guy at school.
It's not funny. It's not fun. Why is your tank yellow?
Because it is. And
I never understood that.
And it's funny. But there we go. But you're the guy picking the teams, and you're going to be picked last. And the guy that picks you.
And let me ask this: when they blew up your tank, did a bunch of clowns come out of the top? Like in the little car, the little yellow car.
Yes, and I had the fanfare. The music coming out as well. It wasn't really yellow. I just said it was. It wasn't really anyway. It's a sort of. Anyway, moving on.
What do you got coming up this week? I got 8:00 tonight, Dominant Species. Speaking of which, me and Phoenix Knight are going to play. If you want to see me win at all costs, come out tonight and watch the game. No, we're just going to have a good time. We're just going to be happy to play the game. We're not even going to try to win. We're just going to be.
That's right.
It would be good if you can get a couple more, because as you said yourself, it plays better with three or four.
It plays better with more because it's area control. If you're just fighting over one person, it's like this. But if you're fighting over with multiple people, it's like that. So if you can make it, let me know. We're looking for 2 more people.
Go on. There must be a couple in the chat that want to do this. He's not that bad. I've painted him as a sort of evil, loser.
Goldfinger.
No. Yeah. Oh, I don't expect you to tell me. I expect you to die, Mr. Bond. And it's so yes. No, if you can, go along and help Jester out.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
It'll be good.
And like I said, Phoenix Knight has never played it. I haven't played it in 20 years. I've actually got the rule book and I'm rereading it because I'm like, I don't remember how even to play.
And it's a Mr. Jensen game as well, so it's good.
Yeah, Jensen game. And so we played Combat Commander, we played Urban Sprawl, we played Fighting Formations. So we're on the Chad Jensen bandwagon. We're trying to play all of his greatest hits.
I'd like to know, how is it that you've last played it 20 some years ago when it came out 14 years ago?
Because I had a prototype.
Because he exaggerates. I've told you a million times not to exaggerate. Okay.
It's been a long time.
I thought you had played it on your channel, but you haven't, no?
No.
Oh,
okay.
I thought you
I'm
did.
not playing it on my channel. I've got the box right here.
Just trying to read the chat. They are so witty, the chat. I mean, we are so blessed with,
A great
Yeah.
great chat. Yeah.
All right, well, that's it for me. I'll probably be doing some other stuff, maybe some Roman roll, maybe some other stuff, maybe some Freedom 5, maybe doing an unboxing of that. I did get Resist as well in this week. I got a bunch of stuff. So.
Yeah. And Marquee is another one I'm quite interested to.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that one.
Again, I don't think you can get it. But I think all being well, me and Tony will be playing part 2 of Panzer, where we're just going bang, bang, bang now because we've seen each other. So and might be some video footage. Watch this space. Nate, what you up to?
Me just trying to at least play something this week. Instead,
Get that bloody thesis out the way.
Yeah, get my homework done and get on to playing.
Yeah, get that stuff done. It's coming up what, December?
Oh no, that's Tony stuff. Mine.
Oh, Tony stuff is December. Right?
Yeah. No, mine is my last classes before I start writing the dissertation in January. So
you can start now. Nothing's prevent you from starting it now. Get the jump.
Part of it, I have a good start on it already.
All right, good.
Yep.
All righty. Well, next week, Ruff, you'll be hosting. It'll be your show next week. Is that right?
But I think Nate is picking the subject.
Oh, okay.
I think
I'll do that.
I picked the 5 favorite games last time I hosted, didn't I? So
actually, we could use remember the topic that I sent you? No,
that's mine. No, if you want to use it, you just have to send me another one.
Okay.
No, of course, you can use that.
You can think of one yourself, Ruff. Use your brain outside.
I might ask Mitch to come on.
That'd be good. Yeah, have Mitch come on.
Yeah, and talk about because you want to get into next war. You can
do.
You can pump.
I will mention, and this is for seriousness. The wife is having her knee replacement the 20th of November. So the following Saturday, it should be 3 days later, so we should be okay. But that day I will be kind of in and out if in case of emergency.
And give her my love, because that's just because she's been kicking you up the backside for all these years, and it's finally
she hurt her knee trying to kick me, and so I told her that's what you get for
exactly.
You're a loser. I'm a winner.
Get out,
get out of
the kitchen. Yeah. So I can understand, but let us know how what's
yeah. It should be fine, but I'm just in case of emergency, I might have to go take care of her or whatever for a few minutes or whatever, but should be fine.
Yeah, piggyback. I can understand. Yeah, piggyback.
I'm taking 2 weeks off of work, so I'm gonna have to be here, playing lots of games, taking care of her. Let's see what my priority is taking care of her, number one.
Yes, because we're live, remember. and anything can be used against you on
That's
this.
right.
So,
That's right.
of course,
That's right.
that's your first priority. So be on my channel next week. I think Nate's picking the Dubries, and we'll see you then. But thanks
All right.
ever so much for putting up with us once again.
Yeah. And if you were at San Diego HistCon, hopefully you had a good weekend. You played lots of good stuff. We want to get some reports for next week's show. Let us know what you played. Send us some pictures. Post them on the Facebook group. We'd love to share and talk about it. I'm sure they're playing Wolfpack right now.
I do like to see what people are playing, and I do like everything if I can see it. You know what it is. And Thomas, the secret resistant game, I can't remember the name of it, you've just bought. Let me know how you get on with it. You know, post some pictures. Let us know what you think of it, because I'm thinking of getting it as well. It's like an RPG thing as well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that sounds great. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a great week. Again, our condolences to Mark and his family, his wife, and everyone that is a friend.
And we wish him well on his journey.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
It's been a great time knowing him and hearing about him. I didn't know much about him personally, but hearing stories from you guys and sharing.
He'd been a subscriber to me. He found me and subscribed, and I subscribed back. And so for a few years. So I've known of Mark for a while. So
yeah, we'd like to dedicate this show to him and his memories. So,
so
all right, guys. In honor of him, let's hit that like button, and we'll see you all next week.
Yes, give him all the help. Give him all the help he can. Smash that like button, please. And good night. God bless, and we'll see you next week.
See you, everybody.